Alright, back out here, boys. Today's going to be an 09 Chevy Silverado 2500 HD with a 6-liter. Just to give you a little backstory on it. My girl's grandfather wanted a camper. He went up to buy a camper. He must have asked the sales guy 100 times if his truck could pull this trailer. Well, he just 100% lied to him. So now he has this like $80,000 trailer that he can barely pull. So we're going to do a cold air intake, and we're going to do an exhaust, see if we can get his torque up a little bit. We'll probably end up doing like a tune. I'm thinking like a bully dog tune. Just because he's stuck with his trailer that he's like struggling to go up hills with. He's like stuck in first gear, barely making it up hills, he said. Oh, and another thing is that this is the most expensive air filter I've ever had to get in my life. The 09 Chevy Silverado is the only year with this intake set up on it, because it's actually the 2010 engine, but it still has the mechanical fan from 2008. So you can't use the 2008 because the mass airflow sensor is different, and you can't use the 2010 because it comes way out because there's no fan. It's just a small electric fan. I'll show you more once he gets here. Figured I'd film this because it's been a headache to try to find the right intake. I have had 4 of them delivered to my house, and they've all been different. Well, first I just ordered a K&N off Amazon. It said it would fit a 2009. I got it. It was way too big, just way too big. There's no fitting it in there whatsoever. Then I called Summit Racing. They said, yeah, here, we'll send you one. They sent me one for a Duramax. Obviously, it wouldn't fit. It goes the complete opposite direction of where it needs to go. And they said, oh, sorry, send it back. And then they sent me another one. They just sent me the same one that I got off Amazon. It wasn't right. So finally, I got a hold of Real Trucks, and they hooked it up. They did all the research, figured out exactly what I needed, found out that S&B was the only one that made it. There was only 2 of these in the country, which, I mean, makes sense because they only did it for that 1 year. So this is like the rarest intake on planet Earth, probably. I mean, except for unless you got a custom one. But that's what we're going to do today. See if we can get his torque up a little bit so he can be safe going up these hills. It's just crappy that, like, I mean, I guess this is a typical salesman. You know what I mean? Like, he asked them numerous times if his truck could pull that trailer, and he said yes. And he even, I guess, printed out a diagram. Her grandpa said he didn't really have any idea what he was looking at. He just showed him a bunch of paper of like his torque curve and how much the trailer weighed. Well, the trailer, once it's got all the stuff in it, is 18,000 pounds. His truck is rated for 10. So, I mean, he's literally carrying 8,000 pounds more than what his truck's rated for. Which, I mean, technically, if your truck's rated for 10, you could get away with pulling 12, usually fine. But it's just dumb. So, we're going to see what we can do for him. Alright, boys, here's the truck. 2009. And here's what I was trying to explain to you guys earlier. The 2009, I guess, is the only one with this engine and this fan shroud. So you see how it comes off? The 2010s went to electric fans, so you're way over here, so it just comes straight out and then over. 2008, the throttle body's sitting up here more, so it just comes up and over. So these 2009s are the only ones that you need to immediately go to the left of the car, the passenger side, the right side of the truck. But we're gonna get rid of this. There's like 3 air boxes on this thing too. It's like a horrible design. I really think that doing this intake is gonna help him. Just at least get some more cold air in there, give him a little bit more power. I mean, they say, you know, 25 horsepower for a cold air intake. We all know it's kind of a wishy-washy thing, but I'm just trying to get him some more torque. Worst case scenario, we'll do the exhaust, and maybe I'll put a bully dog tune on this thing. And, you know, throw him up another 100 horsepower, hopefully another like 150 pound-feet of torque if he needs it. We're going to throw this intake on right now, and he's going to go get his trailer from the campground and see how it goes. But you're going to take this off, the throttle body. There's some pins back here that hold this air reservoir. You got your valve right here that comes off your valve cover. You got your mass airflow sensor right here. It's that hose clamp and that hose clamp, and then this thing will just come out. You got a big air box down there. I'll show you how bad of a design this is once I get it all the way out. It's just 2 8mm, and it should come straight up. Alright, here's the old one. I got it off. You see that air tank there? Ridiculous. And then you got 2 up here. Compared to this, just a straight pipe. And then, I mean, you all know S&B. You get a huge box and a great cleanable filter with S&B. They don't play around. Alright, I also gotta get this air box off, and then you gotta transfer your mass airflow sensor over to the new pipe. I'll bring it back. It's just these star bits to get the top off, take the air filter out, and then there'll be 4 bolts down there. I got the old air box out, sitting right there. This new one, you also have to take this bracket out. You guys see that? That doesn't make no sense. Yeah, I'm always cutting corners. But yeah, you'll take that bracket out and probably use those 4 bolts in the bottom of this. You see those 4 holes to bolt it on right there. Alright, got that bracket out. Got the new box in. I like how like the S&B has the big hole in the bottom that like scoops. But the thing that sucks is that his truck doesn't have the fog light hole. I was all excited because I was like, oh, I'll just cut his fog light hole out for him. But he doesn't have it on this one. Because you can see on mine, right there, I was gonna cut mine out, but I plow, so I didn't want to like run into a snowbank and then suck snow up in there. Since he just used it to pull his trailer, I want to cut his out, but he doesn't have it. And S&B gives you all new hardware, so I'm replacing all the bolts, clean everything up. All right, box is in. Got the rubber gasket on the outside of it. Got this coupler on this. It's pretty much gonna go like that in there, but it's pretty dirty. You can see. I'm gonna clean that up for him. Just make sure it shuts all the way, give him a little bit better fuel mileage, stuff like that. Probably just use carb cleaner, clean all that grit off, and then we'll be pretty much good to go, boys. Now if you're gonna clean your throttle body, you know, just throw some carb cleaner on there and just wipe it. Don't use like a Brillo pad, because if you scratch it, you'll have air leaks. But see, that thing is filthy. That just stops it from shutting all the time, so it idles a little bit higher. Your throttle response is a little bit slower. Just clean these up, man. I swear it makes a huge difference. Now this is a brand new rag. I just opened it up, so I'll show you how much is on here. There you go, brand new rag. Thing is filthy. We gotta get this mass airflow sensor off and transfer it over. Clean this up for him too. So it's got a circle O-ring on it. Well, that's what that spacer's for. Alright, I was wondering why it gave me a spacer. I thought maybe there's 2 different types. You get this gasket, and then this spacer. That also has a little indent, so you know you're putting it on right. S&B thinks of everything. Dude, S&B just has a nice product. You see that little indent? I don't know if you guys can see or not. You see that little nipple? And then it'll snap right into place. And my battery on my light died, so I don't know how well you guys can see. Damn, dude, this is gonna be such a tight fit. You're not playing around. It's in there. Just had to work around, man. Just wobble it back and forth until you get the line up everywhere perfect. There's the crankcase valve right there. PCV valve, whatever you want to call it. I was just going to delete it, but he wants to be good to the animals and everything, so we're going to hook it back up. It comes with a little elbow, and then you just put a hose on there. It's all plastic, so be gentle. If you're doing this, you will break it. And then it came with a hose that you put on there. That was a pain in the ass. So to get that crankcase vent on, you have to take that whole thing off back there. It was just a pain. You're fighting in between the injector, and it's just, you have no room at all. And of course it's GM, so you got those stupid, like, you gotta like try to use one of these tools to pop it off. It was ridiculous, but guys, if I was you and you're doing this to your truck, I would just delete that.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. Probably I should have listened to you in the first fucking place. I didn't need to put you through all that.
Nah, you're alright. Go give her a little bit of gas. I gotta hear if I'm leaking out of that. No leaks there. Alright boys, no air leaks. Now S&B, you know, you get this nice cover, the most exciting part. Alright boys, I didn't end that video, I just forgot. But that's going to be it in this one. Here's a sneak peek. Everything's back from the powder coaters. Bearings, pistons, cams. I completely forgot about rods. That's my fault. I just didn't order them. They just slipped my mind. So I gotta get rods. Gaskets kit is here. Everything's pretty much ready to go back together. That'll be next video. Hopefully it's not a full week. Hopefully I can put some out for you guys Thursday. That's the plan. Get the subframe and everything back in Thursday. Then hopefully by Sunday, I'm at the machine shop and we're putting that lower block back together. So there's a little sneak peek at what's to come. I'm excited, man. It came out great. It's a little dusty because it sat around for a while, but just wipe it all off. There's a sway bar. That probably came out the best. And I am super excited about all these parts. See ya.